The Bollingers are bad people. There's a lot of people that wanted to get pissed off when I called them out for not keeping their word. The thing is, they just wasted my time. People like Shannon Alvarado, Caramia, and of course, who could forget about Katie Cahill? People who gave their word but did not keep it. Of course I speak out. If these people really wanted to help, they should have kept their word, instead of procrastinating and procrastinating. Now, Miss Peaches said that the police wouldn't take her report. Caramia said that the police wouldn't take her report. Erin Cockerham said the police wouldn't take her report. Mandy Hughes said the police wouldn't take her report. Alycia Rainwater said that the police wouldn't take her report. That sounds like true justice, doesn't it? Only the predators are allowed to speak. Only the predators are allowed to show evidence. It's kind of like at Clearview, when they assaulted me, and then they cut off the video so that it doesn't show them assaulting me. And then they see, he's violent. What do you expect? I'm trying to make a police report, and you're injecting me with drugs after assaulting me. Yeah, I'm going to have an issue with this. What you did is illegal. They did this in Wyoming as well, and then prevented me from making a police report. They went out of their way to antagonize me, and I'm not allowed to defend myself. I'm not allowed to speak. The term mentally ill makes it so they can do whatever they want. Go fuck yourselves, you fucking cowards. Rose M. Kelley, I am hunting you. I aim to see you in prison for falsifying evidence, omitting evidence, and for playing victim. Your slander resulted in hundreds of people taking part in harassing me, or ignoring me, or assaulting me before Natalie was dead. Yes, I do mean hundreds. Not all of them were doing it because of your slander. Many of them were doing it because of the situation that arose because of your slander. Many of them weren't even aware of what happened in Virginia. Most of them weren't. All they knew was that Sean was freaking out, asking for help. Asking for help. How much of my money went to buying weapons after Natalie died? None. How much of my money was spent stalking people so that I could hurt them? None. How much of my money was spent trying to get an honest court date? Every goddamn penny. Every penny of my money went to trying to go to court. As a result, I didn't have the money for food. I didn't have the money for housing. I didn't have the money for a lawyer. I didn't have the money to make photocopies. I didn't have the money for a computer. I didn't have the money for anything. If it weren't for the kindness of others, I would have had nothing. But then again, these people weren't so kind when I called them out for not telling the truth. Your money means nothing without an advocate. I have communication issues when I'm overwhelmed. I told the officers this. the officers in Natalie's case, and every officer since has gone out of their way to prey upon me using that. I wanted Natalie to be found safe. That's the reason that I gave those officers that information. But those officers knew that Natalie was dead already. They knew that Natalie was dead. I know I will never get an honest day in court, but you know what? That doesn't matter because I still have a voice. I can still speak out. You want to hate me because I use curse words? Fuck you. You know what? I trust people who curse more than people that don't. When you're so entwined in social niceties that you ignore morality, well, then your niceties don't mean a goddamn thing to me. You didn't say yes, sir, or yes, ma'am. Well, that's because I didn't want to. I called you a bitch for a reason. When I say bitch, I'm not referring to a woman. I'm referring to a prison bitch. If you just gonna lay down and take it up the ass, or if you just gonna watch it happen to somebody else, you a bitch, straight up. You want these rights, but you don't want me to have them. You want to speak, but you don't want me to. You have any idea how many people took part in trying to prevent me from speaking? And I have evidence. Well, no, I don't. Wyoming is sending that to Colorado. Wyoming officers whose wrongdoing is on that computer, recorded on that computer. They're trying to send that computer out of state to Colorado to officers who I was trying to turn in. The very officers I was trying to turn in. See, this is what happens when you make assumptions. When you say that you'll help somebody and then you do what Dannika Garner did, what Kara Johnson did, what Karamia did. These people claimed they wanted to help, but they outright lied. While I was being railroaded by the courts, these people were pretending they were going to help me. But no, they were sending people after me to poke me with a stick so they could play victim. I threatened those who threatened to kill me. Who might those people be? Well, let's start off with Dalton Crawford. Come get me, bitch. Rose M. Kelley, people actually harmed me over your opinions. Opinions, not facts. I didn't stalk your daughter. I was invited to Virginia. I didn't invite myself to stay behind where Alycia worked. Natalie didn't work there. That was Alicia's idea. Whose idea was it to go to Virginia Beach? Natalie and Alycia. Whose idea was it to go to the pagoda? Natalie and Alycia. Whose idea was it to go to Elliot's Coffee Grounds? Natalie and Alycia. Whose idea was it for me to get that broke-ass phone? That would be Alycia. Natalie, well, she looked kind of pissed when she realized that I had that phone. Alycia hooked that phone up for me. She didn't tell Natalie that she took that phone. She didn't tell Natalie that she hooked that phone up for me, or that she changed the number over from my flip phone to that one. Natalie didn't seem too happy about it. Natalie's phone was broken as fuck and didn't work properly. But you know what? The one that I was given was even worse. That's the reason that Natalie wasn't using it. By preventing me from being allowed to defend myself in court, you made yourselves felons. You lied and slandered my name for over a year before Natalie was killed. So if you illegally prevent someone from going to court, illegally prevent someone from showing evidence, illegally prevent somebody from collecting evidence, when you do those things, you don't get to pretend that what the courts had to say matters. especially when it's Judge Fatzinger. The very judge who allowed an address on that protection order. The very judge that I was trying to take to court. My predators were allowed repeated access to me. The Boulder County Jail, after what they did in January of 2018, should have never, ever been allowed access to me again. I had to break the law because people who made promises, people like Rachelle Campbell, Dannika Garner, Kayla Trujillo, Shannon Alvarado, Dan Fabert, Kara Johnson, Kara Miles. These are all people who gave their word and did not keep it. All of them. Every one of them. Kayla Trujillo, aka Peaches, claimed that she went in with me to speak to the police. Raja claimed that they went in with me to speak to the police. They did not. Not even once. If they had, the police would have taken my report. It would have been documented. You know, with Molly Smith, she went in with me to make the police take my report. However, without Laura Nelson coming forward, it didn't go anywhere because the police aren't going to investigate themselves unless they have to. And Molly Smith didn't know shit. She didn't have time to learn it. Rose M. Kelley, I'm here for your head. No, I'm not going to cut it off. I am going to put it on display, though. Display it in court. Your pretty little face. We'll see if people have any respect for your lies or any respect for you or your family after this. The things that you did were monstrous. You want to hate me for doing it back? With all due respect, I didn't do 1/1000th of the evil shit that people did over your lies and your slander. Rose, you're a fucking monster. I'm coming for you. In court. Dannika Garner, you're next. Rachelle Campbell, you too. Cara Mia, you as well. Aaron Cockerham, you didn't do me wrong so far as I know. But that bullshit with Cara Mia should have never happened. The things that happened to you, you know, Cara Mia claimed those things happened to her too. You guys were threatening to kill each other over Natalie Bollinger and over me. There were people actually killed for looking like me in the Denver area. This was verified by Officer William Barr. Who is Officer William Barr, might you ask? Well, he married a girl I had a crush on. My biggest crush in Chapel High School, Jessica Martindale, married William. They both became police officers. William lost his job for turning in his partner, arresting his partner, matter of fact, for stalking a woman. Actual stalking. Not begging for her to call off the fucking dogs, you fucking whores.